We're gonna have a little fun with this thing. Let's see. Can it actually climb all this? Oh. Well, good talk. So guys, let's talk about last episode because oh my god. I haven't went ahead and edited the video yet, so I don't know how much of an absolute shit show it was, but to me, once I finished recording, I felt like, oh my god, this episode's gonna be an absolute nightmare. I could slowly see myself descending into madness over the fact that pathfinding's so bad. And I can guarantee through editing and stuff, you guys aren't even seeing all of the times that I had to go back and wrangle up these creatures because, oh my god, I was about to take the controller and throw it through the screen at half the times. But guys, today, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be a little bit more calm, and I'm going to be honest, the reason why I talked about exploring, checking out base locations, we did do a little bit of reminiscing, kind of talking about the past, is because, genuinely, I thought that making the Harpoon launcher, you had to have a fabricator, which kind of started this whole idea of, well, we need a bigger base then, because we can't fit the fabricator in our current base, and then, well, let's build a bigger base, and then let's go ahead and change the base location, and that's kind of where this perpetuated. Turns out you can make the Harpoon launcher inside the smithy, so we're actually going to put base locations and all that on hold. I don't know if you guys have thrown any suggestions yet. If you have, we'll definitely take a look at those in the future, but for right now, the main thing I want to do in this episode is get the Harpoon launcher going. Now, obviously, last episode, we did kill a couple alphas along the way. We ended up getting some better resources, including a better... Sorry about that. Including a better hatchet. We also got ourselves a better crossbow here. 289 durability, 186 weapon damage, Mastercraft crossbow. We also got an apprentice with 320 durability, 141 weapon damage. This was from killing the alphas in the last one. I believe we killed 2 Carnos and 1 Raptor, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was just 2 Carnos. Not entirely sure, but we also got cementing paste, and if we go ahead, I'm going to run up instead. I'm not going to have these guys follow me for right now. If we run up to the smithy right now, we're actually in a pretty good place. We actually have most of the resources ready to go. I want to say we're about halfway there. We have the cementing paste. We ended up getting a lot in the last episode, and I'm surprised I didn't really even mention it, and I guess it really didn't hit me until I put it all in here. We ended up getting 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 556 cementing paste just from that beaver dam. Oh my god, absolutely crazy. But looking over everything we need for the Harpoon launcher, we have the cementing paste, we have the fiber, we have the hide, we have the wood. We need more metal, which of course that's gonna take some time, but I think we can pull that off in today's episode. Obsidian, again, gonna take a little time to pull off, but we can do it. Polymer 30, but guys, keep in mind, polymer, we're gonna need more than that because we do need polymer to make the net projectiles. So again, I think in this episode, we are gonna be doing a little more exploring, guys, but ultimately, we do have a plan for this one, and that is to get the rest of the resources to make the Harpoon launcher. All right, so to start the resource hunting off, I think the best thing to go for is metal right now, because again, we do need a lot of it, and honestly, it's going to be the most time-consuming. So I think if we just get this out of the way, we throw all the metal inside of the smithy, inside of the refining forges, rather, we can go and get the other resources while the metal is cooking. I think that's just going to be a little bit easier. Now, it is going to be a bit of a longer process, because again, we are going to be basically hanging around here, at least for the metal specifically. So we're going to gather them from the river rocks, from the jagged rocks here. It is going to take a little bit of time, but at the same time, I think we'll be able to get this done. We do get 1 or 2, possibly 4 or 5 each rock and everything, which isn't a lot, but it is going to add up quickly. And the nice thing is that we're going to be bringing the Equus along with us, so we're able to gather these resources relatively quickly. Now, when it comes to the... You know what I probably should do? Let's do that. So now, when it comes to the flint and stone, though, what's really nice is we're throwing this all onto the Equus, so we essentially could start making some spark powder right away. Now, spark powder is going to be good. Eventually, we will need it in order to make the fabricator and everything, but also, too, we could use it as our fire source. We won't necessarily have to go out and get wood or anything, so it's going to be pretty good. I think, honestly, this is going to work out a little bit better, although it is definitely going to take a lot longer. Obviously, it's a hell of a lot easier to go ahead and find a a rich metal node or two, get our 80 to 160 that we need, whatever the amount is, I'm not entirely sure, and go from there, basically. But ultimately, I think this is going to work out better for us, since we also do get a fuel source for the refining forges. Shit. I will say, though, 187 metal just from the river rocks and stuff really isn't that bad. Now, that should give us, let's see, 40, 50, close to about 50 metal, I want to say, somewhere around there. We'll take 100 spark powder and 100 spark powder. We'll let the rest go there. That should be pretty good, though. Am I thinking this right? So 90 is going to give us 45, right? So 45, 45 is 90. We currently have 39. So yeah, at this rate, we should have 9 remaining. So let's go ahead. We'll repair the item. Only takes 1 metal. Perfect. Okay, sweet. But yeah, I think in the metal category, we'll be all good to go. So now we're going to focus on the obsidian and the polymer. So the two biggest things at this point, of course, are the obsidian and the polymer. Now, in order to get both of these, we are going to have to make a bit of a trip. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to head over to Polymer Mountain first, and that's going to get us a decent amount of obsidian. Yeah, it is a bit of a trip, and sure, we could actually head over to the Artifact at a Hunter Cave and get some from there. But of course, the Artifact at a Hunter Cave, that does mean that we would have to go after spiders. We'd have to kill Arthropleura in there. We'd have to kill potentially a Megalosaurus. It might get a little hairy. So with this trip, yeah, it's a bit of a trip, but I don't have the Ravagers following me this time. Instead, I put them into cryopods. So even though it's a longer trip, this trip shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully no hiccups along the way. We should be able to get a decent amount of obsidian relatively quickly, and then from there we'll head over to the snow biome, kill some penguins, and get our polymer. Was that a pink foo? It was. Level 20, son of a... Alright guys, here we are, Polymer Mountain. Wasn't too bad of a... What the hell? What are those? Oh, it's Rexes, okay. Oh man, from a distance, I thought it was like 2 gigas that spawned. I was gonna be like, oh no, what the hell? Anyways, here's some obsidian. Let's go ahead, let's get some of this, and let's get the hell out of here. We need a total of 50. That's 9. All right, we're okay right now. Oh, that's right, you get metal. I totally forgot about that. What level are you? You're 90. All right, let's try to be smart here. We could probably knock it out, I'm gonna be honest, but we're gonna have a little fun with this thing. Let's see. Can it actually climb all this? Oh. Well, good talk. Alright, I guess we'll do this. I think we'll knock it out quicker than it kills us, so we should be actually pretty good here, just by constantly kicking it. I think we'll actually kill it before we knock it out, if I'm gonna be honest. Damn. No biggie. Alright, let's get the rest of our obsidian here. I think we're going to get it at the top. I think it's just a little bit easier. We can avoid a lot of threats. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Let's go. Watch, Giga out of nowhere. Alright, now what happens if you use the hatchet? Do you get a lot more obsidian? No, you don't. You can just get more stone. Okay. Good to know, good to know. But like I said, we just need a total of 50, so it shouldn't be too bad. What are we currently at right now? We're at 38. Okay. Little bit more. Let's just get a little bit more. Because I don't know how much it costs, but we might as well unlock it now. What is it? Level... Here we go, the scissors. We only need 5 obsidian for the scissors. Okay. We'll get that out of the way now. Perfect. What else did I want to unlock? I had something in the back of my mind that I'm like, oh, we should probably unlock that now. The club, that's what it was. Okay, we need fiber and wood for the club, because you guys were telling me in the comments, and honestly, not the last episode, but the previous episode before that, right after I was done recording and stuff, it popped in my head. I'm like, why the hell do we not use a club on the penguins? It's funny, that's something that they've said in the game works the best. Like, everybody knows, using a club on the penguin works the best for the amount of poly you get, and it's like... It's such a bad concept, let's be honest. Like, clubbing the penguin gets you the most resources, and you reap the most rewards from doing that, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's also kind of funny, too. In a sadistic, bad kind of way, obviously, but it is kind of funny, let's be honest. It's kind of like when killing the kids, you actually get the best meat from killing the kids. It's a little effed up, but at the same time, it's also kind of really, really funny. Anyways, we're gonna... Ooh, God, the problem is, my Equus is going to die from me, not from anything else. It's a nice-looking saber. Ooh, 115. It's a nice-looking saber. But yeah, I think we have the obsidian at this point, right? Yeah, we have a total of 61. Once we get a little bit closer and everything to the snow biome, I think we're going to take a little bit of a detour when it comes to heading to the snow biome too, just because there's so many different threats in there, and I'd rather play it safe. So I think we're going to kind of head a little bit back towards the shoreline, and then we'll kind of link up, kind of what we did in the last episode, the way that we ended up heading towards the mosh pit. Oh my god, I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, then we'll be able to get to the snow biome relatively quickly from there, and we'll kind of figure it out. But ultimately, we got most of the resources down. Really, it's just the polymer at this point. Ooh, dire wolves. Yeah, gonna have to deal with those. Hopefully we're quick enough. Hopefully I can jump. Jesus, come on, dude. There we go. Well, here's the first test. Let's see if we can outrun some direwolves, because we're about to have a couple on us. You know what? To play it safe, though. Here they come. And there they go. Yeah, I am definitely hearing a lot of sounds I don't want to be hearing right now. Let's just duck into the woods. We'll figure it out. We'll get there eventually, but... Oh, man, I'm hearing direwolves. I'm hearing mammoths. I'm hearing uterannuses. I'm hearing rexes. I'm hearing everything I don't want to hear. So let's kind of cut down here. I believe there's a river right here, if I'm not mistaken, that we got to watch out for. Because I'm pretty sure this river will bring us over to the snow biome. Which I don't necessarily want to do right this second, so we're going to kind of hug the coastline here, I think. We're already cold. Oh my god. It's 27. Okay. Well, good news. I brought the riot gear with me, just in case. And hopefully this is going to be enough. Alright, so it looks like with the hide helmet that we got in the last episode, that does seem to keep us in a pretty good spot. Alright, let's head back up a little bit, actually. Alright, a yellow with a ring around it. Jeez. Like, we were in just a complete dense forest where I wasn't able to even see this thing, and... Okay. Not bad. Not, oh my god, great. But okay, we got a chitin chest piece and a Packy Rhino saddle. Not too shabby. Alright, welcome to the mosh pit. Now here comes the fun part, and that is... the snow biome. This is going to be really interesting because, of course, yeah, we could use the Equus and kind of just swim across, and we may end up doing that, depending on how crazy this biome ends up being. Now, The biggest thing that we're going to have to watch out for is, of course, Perlovia, because they just seem to come out of nowhere. And, oh, we gained a level 2. Sweet. We're actually really close to level 61, I'm not going to lie. I think we're pretty much right at... Are we level 60 now or 61? Level 60. Okay, so we have one more level, and then we can actually go for Argents. Interesting. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at an Argent here. What do you look like? 90. Okay, not bad. What about you? 15. Okay. But yeah, obviously this biome is actually pretty docile right now, I'm not gonna lie. Usually there's a ton of direwolves running around, Daeodons, the whole 9, but for right now, I guess we're gonna kind of just use the water here. Ooh, look at all the penguins. All right. So here's how I think we're gonna do this. I'm only gonna bring out 2. I'm gonna bring out, maybe I'll bring out 3. My worry is the Uteranus, I'm not gonna lie, but I think if I'm able to bring out 3 Ravagers right now, we'll bring out you. We'll bring out you. And doesn't really matter, we'll bring out you. I ultimately want everybody on passive, but following me, so I get the most amount of damage. Ooh, no, the Sarco's gonna kill everything. But ultimately, we're going to be using the clubs to try to see how much poly we get. You only get poly. Oh, and you get hide. And you get a little bit... Oh my god. Look at this. Just from 1 kill? Oh my god, we should have done this in the last episode. Maybe we'll make some more cryopods by the end of this one, too. Oh my god, we get 28 organic polymer each time? This is insane. Okay, that's fine. 1 broke. That's why I made 5. So they don't last too long, but at the same time, that's fine. You can just keep repairing it if you want to. Now, what happens if we kill the baby? Am I gonna get more out of you? Getting prime meat, interesting. 29. I actually got more out of this baby. 31. Oh my god, we should have done this from the start. Jesus, look at this. How have I not known about this? I mean, I have. It's just something that I've never really looked into. Look at all the organic poly. Oh my god. This is great. It's a bit evil. Is that another baby that's killed down there? No. Oh, that's a Perlovia mound. Ooh, okay. We don't want to deal with that. There we go. That's it. I'm curious to see how much organic poly we ended up getting here. So, oh my god. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 312. Holy crap. Oh my god. Why have I not known about this? Why have I never tested this out? Oh my god. I freaking love the club. Alright, let's get these guys back in the cryos and everything. Let's head back to base. Let's go ahead. Let's make the harpoon launcher thing. We'll make a couple of net projectiles while we can. We may end up actually going ahead and making a few more cryos too at this point, because polymer has always been the biggest issue. And honestly, oh my god. The amount of poly that I just got. Jesus. I know you guys have been telling me for God knows how long to try this out, see how it goes, and I'm glad I finally listened. Absolutely crazy. Jesus. Plus, do they get an increase in time? Let's see, 1 hour and 8. 1 hour and 8. Okay, so they don't get an increase in time. That's okay. We'll go ahead. We'll put everything on the Equus. It is going to be a relatively slow trip back. Let's see if there's anything we can drop that we don't necessarily need. First of all, obviously, we don't need the clubs at this point. We don't need the wood. I'll put all this stuff on my character just to make it a little bit easier for me. Put this back on me, back on me. No, I think most of the stuff we'll actually hold on to. I think we could drop a little bit of the berries. Yeah, I think that'll lighten up the load a little bit for the trip home. We should be looking pretty good here, guys. It is going to be a bit of a trip, though, like I mentioned, because we're going to be heading all the way back. Oh, my God. Come on. Get. Jesus. All right, I guess we're going to be a submarine Equus right now. All right, there we go. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a trip here. Ooh, our health is going down relatively quickly. I wonder if it's because we jumped in the water. I can assume so. Yeah, I got to assume that being in this water, our health has to be really, really dropping, honestly. So let's get the hell out of the water here. Let's kind of jump across if we need to. And, okay, we're good. So we're back in the western coast. Now it is 61 degrees as opposed to 25 a couple seconds ago. I love how that works with the weather. Again, I don't know if this came in ASA or not, but I'm hoping that there's not a wall when it comes to weather. Like, I'm kind of hoping that the southern region is going to be naturally warm, like your 80s, your 90 degrees, that kind of thing. Maybe even 70s. And then as you slowly work up the coast, you see the temperature go from 70 to 60 to 50. Not just this wall of 25 degrees to 61 degrees. You know, it's not really realistic or anything, but who knows? I don't know if that's possible in ASA. I'm hoping for a lot of things in ASA, honestly, but we don't have too long to find out at this point. Of course, it comes out on November 14th for consoles, and you guys know I'm going to be excited testing this stuff out. The one thing that I don't know if we have the answer to yet is, are we going to have seasons in ASA? So, if you guys remember a while ago, we had a turkey event. I believe it was the turkey event. Might have been one of the Halloween events where the trees change color. If you guys remember, they only did it once, too, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever that you had trees on the island that changed from green and they changed over to the orange, the reds. It was really, really cool. Never did it again after that. It was really strange, but I'm wondering if that's coming with ASA. You guys can let me know at least that in the comments below if we've already experienced that or not. I don't even know if you guys have any events going on ASA right now, I'm going to be honest, but who knows? You guys can let me know. Don't spoil anything for me, guys. Obviously, I've mentioned that I haven't actually watched any ASA content. I haven't done anything in that regard. I want to be surprised the first time I see everything, so do me a favor, guys. Don't spoil anything in the comments for me unless I ask a specific question like I did there when it comes to seasons specifically. Alright, here we go. Obsidian, check. Metal, check. And finally, some organic polymer, check. Harpoon launcher is ours. Absolutely awesome. We also have a total of 50 metal ingot left, plus we have plenty more going. We have 230 fiber, which we should be able to make a couple of these net projectiles right now. Now, the biggest question is, did I unlock it or not? I did. Okay, thank God. Okay. I didn't know if you can unlock it here or it had to be on the island. Sorry. I didn't know if I could unlock it here on the island or I had to unlock it over on Genesis 2, but let's go ahead. Let's throw some organic polymer into my inventory. I think organic polymer, you don't need a lot. It's really going to come down to, obviously, a lot of fiber and a little bit of metal, honestly. So maybe we should wait until all this is completely cooked up at this point, which shouldn't take too long. We have another 3 metal ingot here. Got another 4 here. You know what? Screw it. Let's go out. Let's get a little bit more fiber. I think that's really going to be the biggest thing that we need. Plus, we got our little bamboo trees right here, and these get us a ton of fiber. Now, I've talked about this in the past, haven't done it yet, though, but you guys can see real quick here. I mean, look at the numbers. Alright, so that's plenty enough fiber. Let's go ahead. Let's make a few of these. How many can I make? I can make a total of 4 right now. Not too shabby. Of course, we'll keep collecting metal and stuff like that. We'll be able to make a decent amount of these. Now, question for you guys, because obviously this whole club thing has kind of got me really, like, all over the place. I'm going to be honest. I did not expect the club to be that good to get poly, but can you get blueprints for a club? I feel like I've gotten this in the past, if I'm going to be honest. Especially over on Ragnarok, when you go into that, like, ice cave and grab the loot from there. I feel like I've gotten, like, ascending clubs and stuff like that. Is that something that you can get? Or maybe I'm getting it confused with another specific piece. But at this point, guys, we do have our Harpoon launcher. This thing is absolutely amazing. Really excited to use it, which is going to be relatively soon. I think that's going to actually be in the next episode. Let's get this thing all set up. Look at that. And there is our Harpoon launcher. Absolutely amazing. Really excited to finally have this thing. It's going to be a game changer for us, especially in the next episode when we go after our first semi-flyer, and I think that'll give you a hint of exactly what we're going to go for. But if you guys aren't sure what we're going for, well, you're going to find out in the next episode, because that's going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and on top of that, if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, you want to see more Ark Survival Evolved, Ark Survival Ascended when it drops, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. But I will see you guys in the next one.